Hello, Cancer. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I didn't pull out that other card, but that's okay. I just realized, I don't think I used it on the other one. We're going to do relationship first, single second. Face down. Okay. Okay. A lot of movement on your side. I feel this is going to be a rough one, but it's going to help you for some reason. Yeah, there's definitely an argument here. Your partner has the Five of Wands. They stand in this combative stance. They're holding their ground, but they're very combative about that. But the thing is, I feel you here with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and they have the Five of Wands. They're not backing down at first. I feel like they're holding their ground for a little bit, but they might. Are they going to finally or no? They are going to back off. I don't like how this energy feels, because I'm feeling when they first stand up, they have the King of Wands with the Five of Wands. The King of Wands is in their challenge position, because I feel like at first they're not backing down, and there's a conflict here between you and them. But with the Knight of Wands, which is very ironic, that's also on the same side. Clearly, they're the same. They're wand to wand here. But the reason you're not backing down is because you really feel very passionately that you're right. Now, when I'm seeing this come back and forth a little bit, I do feel like they finally do relent. And I'm getting the Six of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles in the sense of your partner's realizing right now they're not gonna win this battle. You seem to be non-relenting, but the reason is you really do feel like you're right, and they get that. I'm not sold that they agree with you that you're right, but they understand that you are passionately behind where you stand. You really do passionately feel that you're right. So I feel them with the Six of Swords. There we go. They're kind of backing off. The Seven of Pentacles is saying it's just not the time for them to hold their ground. It's not going to go in their favor. And I feel that they're reluctantly moving forward, and I see you knowing that. The thing is, during this confrontation, your challenge card is the Devil card with success. You will get success, but at what price? If this is coming to you at the right time, be careful of your words. Be careful of your actions, because I'm getting the drive is very strong on your side. You will have success, but the thing is you don't have to overdo it. Being a water sign myself, I can see where the flow of emotion may just take you for a ride. I don't see you going into this looking to be angry or to say hurtful things. But the passion in the moment, like back and forth, they're saying you will have success. You may get caught up in it, though. Because spiritually, you're going to have the Ten of Swords. Because I feel like there's going to be a degree of overdoing it here. Because your partner is coming at you with that King of Wands energy, like I'm the one who's making this decision, and I'm saying no. And the more they tell you no, you're still fighting the good fight here because you believe it's the right thing to do with the Knight of Wands. But with the Knight of Wands and working with the Devil card, that's why you're kind of overthrowing your own king there, is because you won't be denied. You are going to have success, just be careful how you do it. Because this Ten of Swords, it is going to be kind of like knowing that your partner does not agree with you, but is relenting to you. It's just at what cost. You're not going to be happy that they're relenting to you because they just feel like they can't wear you out. They don't agree, but they're going along with you, and you're not going to like that. The thing is, it's different if it's because of where things went in an argument sense. I'm getting you're not going to be happy that that's why they're going along with you anyway. But hopefully it's not at the cost of like something that was said during an argument that you're feeling this devastation. Health is telling me the situation's going to be okay. It's going to recover Things will get talked out at some point, hopefully. If that's not something that normally happens in your relationship, I'd recommend doing that. Because you're going to be here with the Hermit at some point, and it's going to be after the confrontation where you're going to really think about what it took to get where you are and like what was said and what happened. So you are going to be reviewing it, and I feel like you're going to look back with a degree of regret. It seems to be purposeful. Hopefully it's not due to something that was said. Because what I'm getting here, you reviewing the situation after you've kind of won the day, you got what you want, realizing your partner definitely does not want to do what you're doing, where you're going, does not want to go this direction, but is relenting to you. You reviewing it and saying, I don't like how this is, hopefully talking it out, getting them to talk it out. Because when you do, I feel you going back towards them with the Knight of Cups, and that's where their Wheel of Fortune turns in their favor. The bad moment is supposed to happen for whatever reason. Something definitely comes out that normally would not be said. Something a little bit painful will come out that normally would not be said. But this is airing that out. This is showing you that dirty laundry. You're like, oh, I did not realize that stain was on that sheet. Ooh. Well, we're going to either have to clean it or get another sheet. So let's get it off of the bed at the very least. I think you know what I'm talking about. So when that comes forward, it gives a chance for that sheet to be cleaned or replaced, whatever it has to be. That's honestly the wheel turning for your partner. That's you with the Knight of Cups going, okay, let's get this fixed. Let's deal with this because I love you and I want this to be okay, and working together and bringing a more strengthening connection between the two of you. Now, ironically, this is where you become the King of Pentacles. This moment, this rough moment, did bring something forward. It was a little harsh, but it can be, that sheet can be cleaned or replaced. I don't think I need to go crazy with another analogy there. You're the one who's going to hold it in place like, no, we're cleaning it. Nope, we've replaced it. And I'm making sure it stays that way. So that's where the mess was. I didn't see it for all that time. Now I'm keeping an eye on it. Now we're both going to keep an eye on it to make sure that this part of our relationship stays the way we want it to be. I feel you with the King of Pentacles, like now that we've addressed it, now that we've dealt with it, let's not have to deal with it again. Let's keep an eye on it to keep it where it should be. And this relationship goes a lot better. Healing actually happens here. A lot of healing. I almost feel like it's a dark secret that is not talked about. And when it's pushed forward, it's releasing your relationship from this problem. The Page of Pentacles for your partner is what makes things better. They're slowly going to heal from this. I feel you holding to the line like, nope, we cleaned that mess up. We're going to make sure it stays clean. Your partner, on the other hand, is slowly getting used to this kind of healing. Like, it's almost like, how do I put this? Like, you're just cleaning the situation up. It's done. I feel like they're more paranoid, like whatever was on the sheet, we're just going to say it was grape juice stain, just for argument's sake, because I don't want to go anywhere else, that's why. They're nervous, like, but I like to drink grape juice in bed. I don't know, it's a stupid analogy, I know, but I'm going there. And they just keep wanting to do it. The thing is, they're slowly deciding, well, I guess I don't need grape juice in bed, maybe I'll just have a drink of water in bed. Like they're changing their mind, they're changing their attitudes, like, all right, instead of having grape juice, I'll have water. Or maybe I'll have like one of those calorie-free waters that have no color in them. So if it does spill, you won't even see the stain. And then after a while, they're like, you know what? Maybe I can just drink that in the kitchen. Maybe I don't even need to drink that in the bedroom. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm going to ask a camera if that makes sense. But you all leave me comments. It's just kind of like they're slowly changing the behavior that caused the mess to begin with. The energy is there, is saying they're very motivated because you just keep holding the line. Like, no, we fixed that mess. It's not a problem anymore. No, we fixed that mess. It's not a problem anymore. Yet they do know that they're doing things that could cause this mess to repeat, and they're slowly healing from it. They're slowly moving that behavior in a different direction so that it's not a problem anymore. But the energy is there. They're very inspired because you're inspiring them. Because you're like, no, we dealt with that. It's not a problem anymore. And they're like catching into that flow. Like, okay, it's not a problem. And they're like, and I don't want it to be a problem again. So they're moving away from that behavior that would have repeated that behavior. Do I have to repeat it again, or are we good? I think we're good. Okay. I think this goes well. I think it goes well. The comments will tell me, as they always do. Thank you all for commenting. I know some of you do it a lot more often than others, and thank you very much. Some of you are just every once in a while and things, strike you. Thank you very much. And if you don't want to comment, that's cool too. I understand. I'm one of those who doesn't comment too often myself, so I understand. But thank you for all those who do. All right, I think we're good with that one. Let's do Cancer single. Single cancers. What messages do we have for single cancers? What messages do we have for single cancers? Messages, stop. Stop. When he shows up, he just doesn't like to leave the party, I tell you. I like that energy at the end. Yeah. I have to say, single cancer, it's going to be a lot like the first part of this reading that I did for a relationship. I'm already feeling like we're starting out with the Devil card right in the center, but it's ending really well. You got a lot of love coming in at the end here, so it might be the price of a grand union is what I'm thinking. How many of these are we going to go for? Stop. Okay. Strength comes in here twice. You got strength at the bottom and you got strength at the top with the World. Single Cancer, you are looking to change what life has dealt you. You're not happy with the situation where it currently is. You don't want to be single anymore. You're ready to put in the effort. You're going to find someone and you're going to try to get something going. I feel you pulling towards someone. In fact, I feel like you might have already approached somebody once and they didn't really respond. They didn't really respond all that bad, but they didn't really move towards you at the same time. So I'm seeing the King of Swords in the past, almost like there was I want to say controversial talk. Things got a little bit too heavy is what I'm getting. Things got really direct. And I'm getting, this kind of caused a cool down moment. If this reading's hitting with you, I feel like you've already talked with somebody in the past. Now, if this is anything like sometimes these readings hit for me, you might want to bookmark this if you're kind of like you're interested and it seems very interesting right now, but you can't really place the person, because in a few days you might just pop into your head or you'll get a message from this person, because that's happened to me a few times. So you might want to bookmark this and watch this again in a couple days just to see if anybody else came to the forefront. That's if you're getting that twinge, like, I think this should be for me, but I can't think of who that is. Now, as we're coming forward, you're ready to go into this next phase, and you're ready to put in the effort to make that happen. You're not afraid of it at all. In fact, your thoughts have the Chariot card. You want to start this. You want to find somebody, you want to invest in somebody, you're ready to get moving. You being single is not where you want to be. You've already made that decision. And you're standing here with, is this Temperance? This is Justice. If it takes a bit of work to get the relationship that you want, you are all down for that. If that's what it takes is for me to put in a lot of effort to get the relationship that I truly want, I'm there. I have no problem with that. That's when I'm connecting with Cancer right now. I will put in the effort to make a relationship work. I will make this happen because I want something to last. I'm not looking for just somebody to go to McDonald's with. I'm looking for somebody to build a house with, raise a family, and retire with. That's what I want. I don't want just a trip to McDonald's. You can keep your trip to McDonald's. I don't need it. It's really pointed, but that's how it's coming through. You got the Devil card with the Organization and the Knight of Swords. When you figure out who this person is, if it's not coming to you right away, I feel like within a week, week and a half, you will know who it is. Because the Devil card, the Knight of Swords, and Organization, like, I feel when you realize who this person is, there's something about them you respect. And I feel like the fact that they're a straight shooter, they get right to the point. It's really clear and concise what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're seeing. You don't have to wonder, do they like me, do they not? Are they being truthful, are they not? Oh, they're being truthful. They're right to the point. Like, it could be, this feels like a brutally honest person that you're interested in. Brutally honest. Like, you ask a question, you get, it's kind of like, you ask them, how's your mom? She's dead. She died 10 years ago, thanks. Like, it's that blunt. Like, oh, well, okay. Like, that type of brutal honesty where they don't sugarcoat it. Like, my mom's dead, so what now? My mom is not dead, by the way. But I'm saying that's how brutal they are. They just come right to the point. My mom is gone. They would not sugarcoat it or play around with it. There's a lot of energy coming in. But I feel you with that Devil card. Be careful of the drive behind this. Don't match energy for energy here, because I don't feel like that's your natural coloring. If it is your natural coloring, then you got to go and be who you got to be. You still might want to like soften it up a bit. Don't match that energy for the same. Like if this person's brutally honest, don't be brutally honest back. Just kind of absorb it. Keep your own flavor. Keep more of a smoother flavor is what I'm getting from you. You don't want to match, you know, brutal honesty for brutal honesty, because what I'm getting is over time, they're still going to be very direct with you, but they're going to learn to soften their words a bit. I'm getting there's nerves here at play a little bit, and that's one of the reasons they're so direct and so biting with their information. It's almost like a defensive mechanism, and you don't want to like not only match it, but you don't want to keep this possible relationship building on that energy where that's how you always, you know, converse with each other. You want to give it some time to soften and relax, and your smoother energy will get that to happen. That's a lot. That's like, there's an intense connection here though. They're just saying don't match that energy for energy. And I'm getting the Devil card here. Like you're going to have your way of putting back or like giving back a little bit, you know, tit for tat there. But just don't match that energy. Just be careful because you don't want to cultivate that and keep it going. You want to let that smooth out a bit. In fact, when I'm getting the Devil card, yeah, the Devil's going to show up. But this could be more the other person being that harsh. It could be just that. They're saying just don't match it. Don't match it. It'll get better over time. Good. You got the King of Pentacles with the magical powers going forward, which is, this is a lot like the Magician card, the magical powers. So the question is, and I feel like they're saying this, especially if this reading is starting to really tingle with you, but you're like, I don't know who you're talking about, but it really feels like this should be for me. When this does come through, when this moment happens, when you keep going forward, keep in mind, however you're conversing with this person, whatever you're doing to get this relationship to continue, to build, to actually possibly become a committed relationship, let's be fair, because we're doing the singles read, be mindful that you're creating how this is going to go forward. Whatever you start this with, that's what it's going to build from. If you build this from a concrete base, you're living on a concrete base. If you start off with a straw bedding and a couple of sticks holding up a thatched roof, then that's what your relationship's going to be made of. And that's going to be like matching energy for energy with that combative energy. It's going to be a very weak base. And it's not going to take a lot of weight. You want to build a concrete base. So if you smoothing out this energy, especially the communication style, that's really going to improve things. And keep that in mind. You are creating the base for this possible relationship if you decide that's what you want. Now, just to be fair, again, I do feel it's defensive energy on the other person's part. They have the Temperance card with the Harmony. They need time to just relax. They do need time to relax. And as you keep going forward, the Harmony comes over time with them. You can get along with them a lot better. They're a lot easier to deal with over time. The Harmony comes over time. It's going to take some time with the Temperance. Just keep that in mind. Don't match that energy. You'll be thankful for it in the long run. Because where I see if this goes well and you don't match that energy and everything is like you set up a strong base for this situation, I'm getting the King of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles. I see stability and love. Water and earth are very good compatible in my brain. I think they work very well together. They have some differences, but they're usually very complementary. They usually work with each other well. You got the Courage here. I feel like you're matching very well. It's just about when you finally realize, like, and everything smooths out and the harmony's there, one of you saying, you know what, let's make this official, let's make this permanent, let's start being, you know, partners, official partners. That's the Courage, because I feel like both of you are going to be on the same level. The way I view these two, neither outranks the other. They're both equal. They're equal. So it's all about who wants to say it first, who's ready to move forward first. That's the Courage. Because I feel like when things get more calm and more harmonious, it's just about somebody starting a conversation. Let's make this an official situation. Let's make this, you know, lock in. Or at least get a relationship going where we're locking in that sense. Are we good? So I see this going very well. That's Cancer. Alright, I think we're there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.